Welcome to this review of the Guide to Presenting Accommodations to Professors. In this video, we will go over several tips to talking with your professors about your accommodations. Now that you are a student in college, you will notice some differences between high school and the college accommodation process. One of the significant differences is that you, the student, have a responsibility to inform your professors of your disability accommodation needs for your courses. Once you have met with the Office of Accessibility Services to complete and obtain your Letters of Accommodation, or LOA, it is then your responsibility to take the letters to your professors and discuss how to set up the arrangements for the semester. Please know that your professors will not be aware of your needs unless you meet with them individually and provide them with the approved Letter of Accommodation each semester. Next, we will talk through some helpful recommendations provided by previous students receiving accommodation services at Belmont University. Meet with your professors individually. First, it is important to meet with your professors individually to give them the Letter of Accommodation. You may want to call or email your professors to make an appointment, go by their office during posted office hours, or speak with your professors after they have concluded the first class meeting. When you meet with your professors and discuss your accommodations, this gives your professor the opportunity to get to know you and your needs and will help avoid misunderstandings during the semester. Become an expert on your disability. Next, it will be important to become an expert at explaining your accommodation needs. Be prepared to answer questions your professors may have about your accommodations as it relates to their specific course. You are not required to tell your professor the exact diagnosis of your disability or other information you feel is personal or confidential. If you feel the professor is invading your privacy or asking questions unrelated to classroom accommodations, simply say, "I would prefer to only discuss accommodations related to this course." Your purpose in meeting with a professor is to establish a clear understanding of the accommodations you need and how the professor plans to meet them. Discuss specifics. Next, it is important to discuss specifics. For example, if the Letter of Accommodation states a quiet place to take tests, you need to make sure that you and your professors have the same understanding of this request. Reach an agreement on how each accommodation will be handled. The professor may want to write down additional information in the departmental response section of the LOA. Be sure you both understand the agreed upon directions. Remind the professor each time an accommodation need arises. It is also important to remind the professor each time an accommodation need arises. For example, if you require additional time on tests, remind your professors of your accommodation needs before each test is given, or at least until routines are established. If you have difficulty receiving your approved accommodations from a professor, contact the Office of Accessibility Services for assistance. We can be reached via phone at 615-460-6407 or by email at accessibility.services@belmont.edu. Our office is located in the Beeman Student Life Center on the second floor in the Dean of Students office. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you.